Hello, welcome to this short presentation of mySetups. It's an RC application for setting up your RC race cars on the Android OS, which is what we're looking at right now, or on the iPhone, or via a free web app. Going straight into the program then. Remember, this is the Android OS, so that's the HTC Magic, the Nexus One, the Motorola Droid, Milestone, etc. Okay, mySetups. This is a splash screen. It will be filled with graphics eventually. This is a very early build. Basically, it's the first working prototype of the program. The first screen that we have right now, this will change again, but the first screen that we have right now is car category select, which allows us to choose between the scales of car available on the market today. I'm going to choose 10th GP on road because that's my particular speciality. I race 10th GP on road scale rubber in the UK, so I'm going to click on 10th GP on road. From there you'll see you've got 5 manufacturers. These are the 5 main manufacturers of 10th GP on road cars. My particular car is Mugen, and within the Mugen brand there's only one particular 10th scale on road car for Nitro right now, which is the MTX4R, and that is the first model that we've completed for mySetups. So the MTX4R. Okay, you notice I've already got a setup in the program. It's called My First Setup. I named it. I created it earlier on. I'm going to do another setup now. So by creating my setup, here's my setup. I've got 5 tabs, and the first one is where I put my setup name, my track name, what the track conditions are, what the body I used was, and any further comments I wish to make. And then I've got all my front suspension variables, all my rear suspension variables, all my transmission variables, things like diff oil, first gear and second gear pinions, clutch springs, etc. And lastly, I've got my shocks and my tyres. So my shocks at the top here, front shocks, rear shocks, and then my tyres at the bottom. So the tyres, front tyres, what type they are, and then what my tyre diameters are for you foam guys, what my tyre diameters are from the start of the race on a new set, and then how much they've worn over the duration of the race. So going straight back to the miscellaneous tab. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is name my setup. So I'm going to call this my second setup. Very original, I know. My second setup. I'm going to give it a track name, so it's going to be Halifax. Okay, and then I'm going to I'm going to select the track conditions at Halifax. So it's an open track. The grip is generally quite high, and the surface is generally quite smooth. Okay, the body I'm going to use is a Stratus 3. And I'm going to say understeers slightly for the comments. Okay, having done the first tab, I'm going to go through the front, the rear, and the transmission and the shock tabs. So the front, let's give it 200mm, 6 millimeters of front ride height, and we're going to use Ackerman block C, and on my camber I'm going to give it 1.5 degrees of camber. You notice all of these little pop-ups. Okay, all of these pop-ups, they remind you what it is you're doing. So I'm selecting the front camber angle, so I'm going to select 1.5 just down there. Okay, caster, I'm going to say 4mm of spaces, they're all at the front, so I've got maximum caster. Okay, on the rear, I'm also going to set the track width on the rear, so again 200mm. Camber 2 degrees, toe in 2 degrees. Ride height 6 degrees. Upright space is going to have 1 mil. The wheel hub space is also going to have 1 millimeter. On the transmission, I'm going to use a diff On the front diff oil I'm going to use 50,000. On the rear diff oil I'm going to use 10,000. I'm going to leave the pinions as they are and the spurs as they are. And then on the brake pad I'm going to use the Teflon brake pad and the yellow clutch shoe. And then on the shocks I'm going to have 3 piston holes on front and rear. .60 all round. Going to leave the springs as blue, and we're going to change the tyres to 36 Sorex, which is the tyre in the BRCA 10th scale rubber this year. So that is the interaction with the program. So we've got our 5 tabs: shocks and tyres, transmission, rear suspension, front suspension, and miscellaneous. And we interact with our program either by text boxes for things we need to enter text for, or by things called spinners, which is basically it gives me multiple choice, so open, medium or tight when we're selecting the size of the track. Okay, so there you have it. That's the graphical user interface so far for mySetups. Hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to a lot more coming. This is just the beginning. This is the first car model in the program. We're going to add many more. We need your help to do that. The program will be released much quicker if we have people filling in a few spreadsheets of adjustments, things like front track width, front camber, front caster, and so on and so forth. All of those adjustments for each of your cars that you want included in the program. If you want to email me, my email address is brainofcheese@hotmail.co.uk. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.